Let me tell you something, dude. Thoreau knew his shit. I'm serious, man. After almost 50 years, I've come to the conclusion that the essence of living is among the trees, dude. It's not just that it's simpler, it's that it's honest, you know? Because there's no bullshit with the wild. It is what it is. Should have learned this when I had my cats, but I was deluded by being part of so-called society. And it ain't like I didn't like people. I was a social being until the word social became like a dubious connotation. But I get it now, you know? I get what matters. You're hungry, I get that. You gotta poop or piss, I get that. You gotta eat, you gotta sleep, you gotta migrate, you gotta feel the wind on your face. That's the essence of things. That's enlightenment. All the rest, bullshit, dude. Smoke and mirrors as far as I'm concerned. iPhone, internet, yeah, it used to be cool. You can find out shit you're too lazy to get a book about, you know, population of Samoa, how to make chicken croquettes and shit like that. But now it's something else. Now it's too much a way of life. Where like before it was a useful tool. It's like the electric can opener took over to the point where you can't go anywhere in the world without people opening fucking cans. And it ain't like I'm some old fart. You know, I was all for progress. When I was a kid, Star Wars was like my fucking Bible, dude. I had the Luke Skywalker bed sheets, the Han Solo hair conditioner. I wanted the future to be like that, except more harmonious, you know? Less Star Wars, more Star Peace. With more Princess Leia's than Yoda's too, if you know what I'm talking about. You're looking at me like, what the fuck's he talking about? No, but I know I'm talking about the old days, like my old man, which is like fucking horrifying to me. But I mean, come on, dude. People are fucking texting and past the gravy. Presidents tweeting his own farts. Couples are meeting and getting married in online chat rooms. How fucked up is that? You know how fucked up? That's how my wife became my ex. Yeah, no fucking shit, dude. Met this guy doing online gambling with my fucking credit card. Didn't even know his name until he proposed. Until then, she only knew him as Slick Sam. Sounds like a used car salesman. Turns out he's a pharmacist from New Jersey, so at least I know she's getting a good deal on her medications. To this day, I don't even know if they ever actually met, which for a marriage may actually be preferred, but in any case, there you go. Hey, at least I know they're more meant to be together than we were, so that's growth at least, right? Hey, you learn when you learn, but still kind of fucked up, right? Used to be in this thing called Facebook. More or less the same shit. It's a social network designed to connect you better with people you know, people you used to know, people you never wanted to know. Friends you used to see, and now it's like they're just an image, you know? They got good news, they post it, you say congrats. They got bad news, they post it, you give your condolences. It's like communication's broken down into 3 phases. Good for you, sorry for your loss, and Trump's a dick. And that's the world. Then you get the ones from high school that find you. Some you barely knew, like maybe you sat next to them in biology or you traded tater tots for chocolate milk. But at first you think, you know, this is cool, reacquainting with your past as an adult. You think maybe it'll add this great dimension to your life. So one day I got this invitation from this girl I had a thing for when I was a junior and senior. Oh my God. Stacy fucking Levenberg, dude. You don't know. My dream was to marry this girl. Seriously, I would have converted for her. Judaism, Satanism, whatever. But we didn't really travel in the same circles, as you call it. You know, she was class vice president, hung out with the good-looking yentas, and I was with the long hairs, wearing AC/DC t-shirts, thinking of Marlboros. But she knew me because I used to do like doodles in class, and Mr. Spalletta, our English teacher, getting eaten by dragons and shit, which she thought were kind of cool. Then we graduated, and that was it. So 30 fucking years later, she sends me a Facebook invitation to it. Only now she goes by Stacy Moran. So, of course, I accept. I'm thinking, hey, I'm divorced. Who knows how happy she is, right? Big mistake, dude. Oh, big fucking mistake. Turns out she married this rich ophthalmologist, lives in Arizona, has like 6 kids, and spends half a day posting these terrible poems about the rapture. Now, all the heathens are going to be left to burn on earth for all eternity while her and her born-again Christian brethren are lifted safely to the clouds. Oh, and she also sold Avon products, because I guess if you're going to meet Jesus, you want to make sure you got good quality rouge. Suffice to say, we didn't have too much in common. Oh, then there's this dude, Mick Lapido, who friended me. I knew this guy as someone who sold me Scout Van Halen tickets and dime bags at recess. Now he's posting about why we should build a wall, because he thinks Mexicans are taking his job away. The dude's a white philosophy major. So I'm like, dude, are you seeing a lot of illegal immigrant philosophers that are taking food from your mouth? Is your American dream being altered by a wave of Mexican Kierkegaards, dude? You think that's why you're an assistant manager at Red Lobster and living with your mother? So I totally call this guy out, right? Then we get in this back and forth. Next thing I know, I got a page of bullshit dialogue with this idiot. And now his neoconservatives friends chime in, or I don't even fucking know. Now my ultra-liberal friends start. And now I am knee-deep in this asinine avalanche of cyber shit. And they're using all caps and sending links and bullshit statistics and cursing this one's father and mother and sister and brother and making gun threats and bomb threats and death threats. At this point, I can't even distinguish who the fuck I even agree with. Because it's like everyone's morphed into one big douchebag boss. I'm like, you know what? At this point, call me a proctologist, because right now I'd rather be getting the fucking enema. At least that's real human interaction. I mean, fucking shit. So then you start to think, yo, where does society go? Where do my friends go? What was I doing when there wasn't this? Wasn't I out? Wasn't I going to the movies with a couple of buds at a skanky diner and laughing and arguing about the different way the world is messed up? So one day I go out and it's beautiful. You know, the birds are tweeting and shit. And it's like people are around, but they're not around, you know? Everyone with their head down like fucking egrets, scrolling with their thumbs, running into other people with their head down, scrolling with their thumbs. It's like worse than the NFL. No shit. In 5 years, half this country's going to have concussions, dude, because no one's looking up. No one knows the sky's blue. But most will tell you we're more connected than ever. Yeah, bullshit. We're connected by the illusion that we're connected by the illusion that we're connected by the illusion that we're connected. It's like a one-handed handshake, and a handshake, dude, is jerking off. Which goes back to what I was saying before about the essence of things. And you already noticed, dude. Hearing an owl hooting at night. Getting into a stare down with a beautiful deer, a sparrow looking down at you, maybe even shitting on your head. That's connected. That's light, not some hologram with an Apple logo at the bottom, which is what's next, dude. No shit. In a New York Minute, reality will no longer be reality no more. Reality's become the analog version of modern life. Totally antiquated, dude, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers or some shit. Soon the digital versions of people will be all we see while their bodies are at home on the toilet playing that floating balloon game with like virtual goggles or some shit. They won't even bury or cremate the dead no more. People will just fade like old underwear, dude. And on one end you think, yeah, maybe every generation goes through this. They hate the new music or movies or computers or whatever. And nostalgic for what don't exist no more. So sounding like your father's inevitable, right? Truth is, my father hated the old days as much as the new. Didn't matter. He was miserable, dude. The apocalypse for him was the alarm going off, or the phone ringing, because it meant he was alive, and so he cursed Alexander Graham Bell to high heaven. But this is something else. I mean, come on, yesterday you earned the friendship, you earned a relationship, you spoke to a person, they spoke to you. People look you in the damn eyes. People don't know what we're doing here. See this? This has all gone the way of the dodo, dude. That's the problem. We could build a car that tells you if you got diabetes, but we can't say hello. Meanwhile, animals keep getting extinct, and humans get to stick around and be dehumanizing, because we're supposed to be so fucking smart. How fucking smart? So that in 10 years, these trees could become condos in a Pizza Hut? So that fat cats can keep getting fatter, peons can keep getting pissed on, and neither will be the wiser, and all the while, you'll only know what's important, dude. It took me almost 50 years. But hey, you learn when you learn. One thing I know, we're both living how we want to live, right? Hey, they used to call this kind of thing wisdom. Now they call it a breakdown. At least that's what my mother thinks. Of course, she thinks that anyone that questions their existence needs to exist in a padded room. Right now, she's telling all the neighbors I joined the cult. Thinks I shaved my head, I'm wearing a jumpsuit and eating some kind of weird gruel in a compound and spending my days planting organic asparagus and having a seance at night. I'm like, I'm living in the woods. I'm happy. How many people could say that? I'm talking to a new friend who just happens to be a wolf. Believe me, I wouldn't mention that last part to her, but what can I say? I wouldn't keep going on if you weren't such a good listener. And you really are, dude. Even if you don't understand a thing I'm saying. But I think you get the essence. Hell, you even remind me of this great friend I had back in Brooklyn, except with more fur. He was Greek, actually, so you're not that much hairier. But in any case, he was a good guy. Pete Lagorce. Actually, Pete's probably more the reason I'm here than anything. He's like the big brother I never had. We knew each other for years, except I think he knew a lot more about me because he used to just listen. I'd rant, I'd go on about something, he'd nod, he'd smile, he'd gaze off, just like you. God, it's almost uncanny even. He was such a centered guy, never too high, never too low. Guy was born in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, practiced fucking Buddhism, dude. Didn't even speak in normal sentences half the time, spoke in like haikus. We'd be out at breakfast, he'd tell the waitress, eggs one, sunny up, always, coffee. And always the optimist, too, sunny up, always. Really loved OP. And one day I knocked on his door, see if he wanted to go catch a flick. The new Star Wars, ironically enough. And he didn't answer, but the door was open as always, so I walk in the living room, and there he is, with a bag over his head. Dead as driftwood. And on the table next to him was an envelope that read suicide note. So I opened it up, and all that was inside was a piece of paper that read done. That's it. No letter, no poem, just done. The fucking envelope was longer than a suicide note. I guess it made sense, he was a nonconformist to the end, though, Pete. Of course, for weeks I wondered what it actually meant. What was he done with? You don't understand. Clouds didn't exist in this guy's life, so how can all of a sudden one day he decide, yeah, I'm done? So at this point, I'm divorced almost a year. My last cat, Bukowski, died of lymphoma a few weeks earlier. She was such a good girl. And I'm sitting in my apartment staring at the walls thinking if a guy like Pete felt that way. I wasn't sure what, but I was like looking around, like trying to will a sign or something. Just fuck, man. What should I do? What is this? What's it about? Am I supposed to end up like my fucking father, dude? I'm lost and alone, and now I'm thinking, hey, there's half a bottle of JD. Maybe I'll chase it with my ex's expired Zoloft in the medicine cabinet. And then, out of the corner of my eye, like it was pushed out of the shelf by a fucking ghost or something, was this copy of Walden that Pete gave me for my birthday a few years earlier. Read this, he said at the time. And I did at the time, but it didn't sink in. Come on, as a crazy hermit living in the woods, what was I going to get from this, aside from how to be a middle-aged Cub Scout rubbing two sticks together, I didn't have a choice that night, though. Read it cover to cover in one sitting. Didn't eat, didn't go to the bathroom, just ate and drank the row. I did not wish to live what was not life. Living is so dear. And the part where he talks about like sucking the marrow out of life, getting down to the basics, man, I read that over and over like a damn Hail Mary until something clicked. So that week I quit my job, casting all my shit for logs and a hammer. Here I am, dude. Not bad, huh? And come on, it ain't easy building your own place while you haven't so much as put together a bookcase, so all things considered, I think it's almost kind of impressive. Yeah, I know the roof's a little fucked up, but cut me some slack, huh? Animals don't really check themselves out, I guess. It's like you die when everything in you dies. It's not an intellectual decision. Human beings is different. Sometimes we just break down and that's it. Other times we sort of speed the process for whatever reason. Maybe we know too much and not enough. But me, I'd like to know more. Ask to win questions. How am I doing? How the Knicks doing? Have a nice little vegetable garden and shit. And just listen to the trees. And that's the essence, right? Yeah, I know in a million years it ain't going to mean squat. Whatever we said, whatever we did, whoever we knew, who knew us, it'll all be a memory of the galaxies. One star will say to the other, hey, remember Earth? And the other will say, oh, that blue and green marble? And the constellations will have a big fucking laugh. But hey, we're here now. Hey, don't be shy. This is for you, big guy. I stockpiled. Kibbles and bits. You've earned it. I've been going on long enough. There you go.